Okay, today we have a UU battle. He's running a fairly standard UU team, very offensive with only Gliscor to wall, whereas I'm running a fairly balanced team with physical and special attackers. He's going to lead off with himself. I lead off with Registeel. He for some reason goes for the Side Shock first turn, as I just set up my Stealth Rocks. He continues, I don't know why, to go for the Side Shock through it again, as I decided to just go for T-Wave so it's crippled, so no longer outspeed anything on my team. So it was a bit of a threat. And so he goes into Gliscor as I go for this Seismic Toss. And it does alright damage, but I can't really do much. But I decide I want to get as much damage off onto him as possible throughout the entire match. And this turn he's just going to roost as I keep Seismic Tossing. I'm kind of wanting just to get as much damage. So this turn I'm going to switch out and I go into my Roserade, just hopefully going to take just on the roost. And so I predict the switch here as he goes into Snorlax, so I go for Spikes, and that one layer of Spikes really is going to help. And so I switch out, go into my Gligar, knowing I can take any hit he does. And so I take the hit, don't get paralyzed, which is nice. And so I go for the Toxic, hoping he was an immunity, just to scout what type he is. He goes for the Body Slam, doesn't get the Parahax again. And so I go for Roost this turn, just to get my health back to a decent amount, as he Body Slams and gets the Paralyze. It's not too bad, as I said, he is a defensive wall, and he still takes the hits nicely. So I go for an Earthquake this turn. It doesn't do much, but Toxic is starting to rack up. He goes for the Rest this turn, revealing that he's a Sleep Talk Rest set as I go for the Roost. So I switch out to Chandler, hoping that he's going to Sleep Talk a Body Slam. But of course he gets the Crunch, and so I have to switch out now because I can't kill it in one turn, and knowing my luck he'll get Crunch. And so he sleeps and he gets Crunch again, of course. So Registeel tanks that easily. And so Registeel, I was expecting to be slower, but no, he goes for Body Slam, gets the Parahax first turn. So this turn he's gonna switch out, go into his Gligar with the immunity to take the Toxic. Just take it. So I switch out, go into my Roserade, expecting a Toxic or something, but he goes for the Earthquake and crits me. Oh, no, it doesn't crit me, it was normal damage. So I go into Heracross, who can take an Earthquake easy, but he goes for the U-turn. For some reason brings in Snorlax, I don't understand. And so, with Snorlax in, I just close combat. This is a Sleep Talk variety Heracross where I bring in on Sleep Powder or something, and then I just Sleep Talk, close combat, Stone Edge, or Mega Horn. But he brings in Gligar, easily able to take a close combat. So I go into Gligar to absorb anything it wants to do. It goes for the U-turn and goes into its Kingler. Now, as I go for a Taunt. This way I shut it down from doing any Rain Dance shenanigans, but it was mainly just to shut down the Gligar. I bring in the Registeel on the Kingdra, knowing I can take anything it wants to do. And so it goes for the Dragon Pulse, and I take that easy. He switches out into his Raikou. I just go for a Seismic Toss, just wanting to get a decent amount of damage, but I get paralyzed. And so he sets up a sub as I go for the T-Wave, trying to cripple it, and it's not good. So he's now got a sub up. He goes for the Calm Mind. I go for the Seismic Toss just to do damage. And so he's going to go for the T-Bolt, afraid I'm going to Seismic Toss, which I do, which personally I would have kept trying to sub up just so in case they get paralyzed, so that way the next poke that comes in gets T-Wave. But he keeps going for the T-Bolt, just wanting to kill me, but it's not doing that much. I live, and on the turn I'm going to kill him. I get paralyzed. So Raikou lives, and so I bring in I bring in Gligar to take a T-Bolt as he goes, and it works out perfectly. Now I double switch back into Registeel here to scout for the hidden Power Ice, just to make sure that he has it. Which it turns out he does. He kills me with a crit, which didn't matter. So now, for some reason, I can't remember why, I bring in Heracross here. I think I may have thought I was Scarfed, but turns out I'm not. And so Heracross dies in one hit. So I bring in Honchkrow, thinking, oh, I had a Sucker Punch will kill. He goes for the Calm Mind, and I'm like, oh crap, fuck. And so this turn, I go for the Superpower, because it's the only thing that I can really use to hit it, since he goes for another Calm Mind, and kill it. That was scary, and so I'm at neutral attack now at minus defense. He brings in a Self, and I just, Sucker Punch. Which kills the Azelf. I don't know why he brought in Azelf there. He brings in his Kingdra, and so I go for the Sucker Punch again, just to make sure he can't kill as he rain dances. And I Sucker Punch the next turn. I think he was predicting me to go for maybe Superpower or something, but it kills him off. He brings in Honchkrow. Not Honchkrow, Heracross. And I Sucker Punch the Heracross, and it just misses out on the kill. And so he Stone Edge crits that totally mattered. Was raging for hours. So I go on to Gligar. He goes for the Stone Edge because I assume he's Scarfed. And Earthquake kills. And so now he's just got his Gligar left. Virtually, but my Gligar, he's virtually lost at this point because he can't touch my Gligar and I can't touch his. But because I'm paralyzed, I'll eventually win the Store Wall. And he doesn't have Taunt, and I do, so he can't actually prevent me from using all my moves. So I decided to switch into Chandelure to get the just to kill it off, just so I can get the switch initiative in the Roserade, who does carry the hidden Power Ice, and then I win the match with Roserade. That was fairly nice. He did a few predictions, I did a few predictions. Overall, I don't know why he sacrificed his Snorlax just to then bring in something else the next turn, and I don't know why I sacrificed my Heracross. Though in honesty, should have brought in his Heracross earlier, but otherwise, good game, and I'll see you guys next time.